Hello there. If the video will explain concept what my classmate and me or have great. The problem identified is many students in the UNAD B2 English class feel excited when speaking English with mistakes. It's difficult to develop fluency and confidence in communication. They was presented in context in an English class. It was observed that students were not participating for fear of making pronunciation mistakes. Therefore, strengths were created to help them feel more comfortable and confident speaking in English in virtual environment. Now, my classmates are going to explain the activities created to address this problem.
Fluency through stories. Objective: develop speaking fluency and creativity through storytelling. Description: when pairs, students create a short story days. They record their narration using Flipgrid and share it with the class for peer feedback. Digital tools: Canva, Flipgrid, digital storytelling, peer assessment.
Pair conversation, practice fluency and confidence. Objective, a student will learn to practice English conversation in a relaxed and fun way, improving their fluency and confidence in oral communication. Discretion, a student will discuss a topic in pairs, record their dialogue, and then analyze their performance to share improvements and receive feedback. Digital tool, audio, video, recording app, collaboration platform, and gamification to encourage participation.
The activity in the project is called Cultural Storytelling in English. The main objective is to help students learn basic English and feel more confident when they speak. In this activity, students work in pairs and create a short story about something from their rural culture, like a tradition or a daily activity. Then they share the story with the class using pictures, drawing, or simple digital tools. The activity is meaningful because it connects English with the students' real lives and helps them feel motivated and comfortable speaking.
Conversation and paired with positive feedback. Objective, a student will practice oral communication in English in a relaxed and fun way, receive positive feedback, and develop their confidence and fluency in the language. Discretion, a student converse and praise about a topic for 2-3 minutes. At the end, they give each other feedback on their oral communication and then Shan pattern to repeat the activity following the teacher instruction. Digital tool such as Padlet or Google Docs, virtual reality or artificial intelligence.
Dramatizing English. Objective: these students an extreme and fear of expressing their ideas in English. Descriptions: the teachers organizes groups for of 4 students, in which each student writes a script for a conversation to make a video. Digital tools: Word, Canva, and Teams.
The assessment plan has two types of evaluation. The first type is formative. This means that the teacher and the classmate give feedback during the story greeting and the presentation. The second type is summative. This is the final evaluation of the digital storytelling project. The teacher checks creative pronunciation, fluence, and if the message is clear. The rubric also says that students must use digital tools and take responsibility for their work in each activity.
Implementation plan. Pair conversation. Feedback. 1 and 2 times per week, digital storytelling or cultural storytelling. 1 time every 2 and 3 weeks. Self-assessment with audio or video, 1 time per week. Dramatizing English, 1 time per month. Role-playing or simulations, 1 time per month. Final integrative assessment at the end of each period to analyze improvement, reflect on learning, and set new goals.
In conclusion, this project is innovative because it uses project-based learning to connect English with real and meaningful situations in the student rural life. The activity helps students feel more confident, practice more, and understand that English can be useful for their community. The project is also relevant to current language learning practice because it includes collaboration, digital tools, cultural expression, and simple communicate tasks communicate tasks that make learning more engaging and motivating for adult learning.
Thank you guys for pay attention. It's very important. Can learn English because because I can learn English. I can study English. You can study English. Don't worry. Don't worry for cannot speak English. Okay? Don't worry. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, we continue with the session question.
How did your view of language acquisition evolve during the course? During this course, my idea of language acquisition changed a lot. I understood that learning a language is not only about memorizing rules. It is a process where students learn better when they use the language in real situations. I also learned that motivation is very important. When students feel confident, they participate more and learn faster. I saw that culture projects and simple communication activities help students understand English in a natural way. Because of this now, I believe that language acquisition happens through practice, collaboration, and meaningful tasks. Thank you.
Question 8. What was the most valuable experience of the teaching practice? My experience as the teacher. Hi, my name is Pedro Cés Carpeta Perdomo. I want to share with you my experience as teacher, which was very valuable and earning for me. During my teaching practices, I was able to learn many things about the field of education, and I was able to nourish myself a lot from the experience. I was able to develop skills and competence that will be useful to me and my future career, such as lesson planning, classroom management, and learning assessment. I learned to be more organized and to manage my time effectively. One of the most valuable things I learned was the importance of creativity and flexibility in classroom. I realized that education is a dynamic process and that it requires adaptability and constant innovation. I also learned to be more patient and understanding. My experience as teacher has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It has taught me the importance of dedication, creativity, and empathy in classroom, and I has inspired me to continue growing and developing as an educator. Thank you very much. See you later.
The third question is which activity from the Agora poster inspired you most? And why? The poster that caught my attention was titled Connecting Sound because as they explained the activity that the author included in the poster, there were no independent, but rather each of the activity follower and orders. The activity complementing each other. And I think this is very interesting because this project can yield very significant results.
What do you take away from the Agora event as a future teacher? What I take away from the Agora event is the importance of learning from others. Hearing different posters and experience showed me that teaching is not something we do alone. As a future teacher, I feel motivated to bring teamwork, reflection, and community into my practice.